Hello, 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 and welcome back to Space Engineers on the Xbox on my Series X to a mod showcase, a nice quick one from Sargonus, who you may know as Ganymede Technologies. Ganymede Technologies specializes in magnetic levitation technology in Space Engineers, and this is a great one. These are two mods. I'm doing a double showcase because these fit together really nicely. What are we looking at? We're looking at something called an electrolytic divider, and we're looking at the conveyors, the magnetic conveyors version 2. What have we got then? Well, let's look at the electrolytic divider. This is, in essence, a hydrogen oxygen generator that will generate 2 times the amount of both hydrogen and oxygen for 650 kilowatts of power on small grid, and it's tiny, so you could get quite a few of these on a ship that's a small grid large and make quite a decent one. And then you have, if I flick through, and I've only got 2 mods installed on this, Ganymede conveyor tubes. Then the reason I'm doing this is because we can't cycle through them on small grid. We have a 1x5, which is really cool. A junction. Curved. But what we don't have is the cross, slant, and the T-junction on small grid. So these are the ones you're only able to play with. So let's look at large grid. Here's one I prepared earlier, kind of. So this is the electrolytic divider for the large grid. This one requires 950 kilowatts of power and produces 3 times the amount of hydrogen and oxygen compared to your standard. And as you'll see, it's the same size as a large grid generator. And it's extremely efficient. If we look at this, even though I'm in creative mode, you can see that that's 50% filled. So if we just turn that off for a second. I've got some ice in here just for the heck of it. And we're going to look at the conveyor tubes. Now, really all we'll need to do this are the straight tubes and the tube bends. What's great though is that we've got the slanted tube on this particular type of grid. So when we're connected, you'll see that it goes to a kind of sort of purple color, like a violet. From yellow, that means it's connected, and this device is connected because the line on this has changed color as well. These are also non-scripted, so you can use these like I'm doing without being on any kind of server. This is just my solo game. And just before I do the next bit, I said what I really like about this is that we have access to a slanted conveyor. You could have a lot of fun with, but also allows you to get through some of those more interesting block shapes that you can have in Space Engineers. we go. So pipe up this. Let's see. Yeah, we'll pull it out that way. That way. That way. Don't need the 1x5, so one out this way, this way. Finally, that's one. Connect it up. Right. Now you'll see the engine running, but that's only because we're in creative. You can see you can't quite get close to these because they do have the magnetic field around them, aka there. Part of the block. How quickly that this small hydrogen tank fills from just this generator. It's pulling in 3 times the amount. And if we were to replace this tank here with a large tank just to fill it, was to snap the here. Again, this would take less time to fill and the standard. As you can see, that's coming in at a right rate. A few minutes and we'll have a fully filled tank going from 50% in creative to full. And that is the 2 mods, the electrolytic divider and the Ganymede magnetic conveyor system. So I absolutely love the design of this. I presume if we had scripts, a lot of that could be animated with the textures moving and everything and lights changing. See, this is producing oxygen, hydrogen. This is 95, 96, 7. Boom. Done. Filled in far less time than a normal vanilla oxygen hydrogen generator. I do definitely recommend checking out Ganymede Technologies. There is another mod on there that I'll be showcasing fairly soon. And no doubt that Ganymede will indeed be doing even more mods to add to your experience, Space Engineers. So till then, I'm going to say, stay safe, take care, have fun, enjoy the game. Join me for the next video, which will likely be either another mod showcase or the next part of my survival guide, where we will take our production to the next level. as per the demo video on my drill rig. Only we're going to build all that in survival from scratch. And that means increasing our power production as well. So we'll need to get the materials to make the last 3 wind turbines to make my tower fully functional. Bye for now.